Okay, so 2 videos in 2 days. My God, are you back? Is this a fake video? Are you back for sure? We'll wait and see. I'm feeling quite rosy today, so that's all good. Now, in the background, we've got a Battlefield 4 gameplay, just for something different. You know, a lot of people ask me to post more Battlefield 4. Obviously, there's a huge fan base. There's people who won't want to see this, and that's fair enough. I totally get that. But some people do say, please post some more Battlefield 4. I would like some more. I'm using the AK-12, the COD fanboys' favourites. I do notice there's a lot of players on this who sort of reach about, you know, say 70 sort of level plus, and they still use the AK-12. Bearing in mind there are some really good weapons in this game. But I always wonder why the AK-12 is used, and I kind of know now, because obviously there's the AK-12 in Call of Duty Ghosts, and that was quite a fan favourite up until Infinity Ward buggered about with it and made it not as good as it was, but still quite effective. And people obviously use it in this because it's kind of reminiscent to that. That's my own personal thought anyway. And I really kind of steered away for this because I wanted to get sort of the other weapons maxed out and try different things. And whenever I unlock a new weapon, it's kind of exciting for me. I think, oh, great, let's try this one out. And sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's a little bit disappointing. The reason why I think the Call of Duty community like this gun in particular in Battlefield 4 is because it really doesn't have a lot of recoil. It doesn't have much kick. That's a better word, yeah. It doesn't have much kick. When you fire it, it doesn't kick up too much. And it seems to be pretty much on point and quite accurate and reliable. So I thought I'd give it a go, and I don't do too bad, as you will hopefully see as I run my medic class, my most favourite class. I'm a reviver. I'm a reviver. I don't know, whatever the song is. Yeah, I like bringing people back to life. I don't know, I feel like I'm doing my part. Plus it throws a few points, obviously not as many as it did in Battlefield 3. But I like to bring people back to life because I feel like that's a good thing I'm doing. It's my good deed for the day. It's like the gaming equivalent of me helping an old lady across the road and get her to the other side as she hits me with a handbag and says she was waiting for a fucking bus. And I have to cross her back. So yeah, enjoy the gameplay. Now, I didn't really want to come here and talk about the Battlefield gameplay. What I actually wanted to talk about is something quite disturbing. And, you know, I might get a little bit of bashing about this somewhere along the lines in the comments section. But for me, I just, you know, from something so positive, I found quite a negative with it, and it was quite scary. I woke up this morning and I was having a look through my phone, and I went very briefly onto Facebook, which I never normally do. And I was looking through people's feeds. And somebody in there said, oh wow, I've woke up this morning and U2 have automatically downloaded their new album onto my phone. And it seems apparent after reading that U2 have actually downloaded their new album, The Age of Innocence, onto every single iPhone in the world. Now, I kind of read that and I thought, really? And I went straight into my music, and there it was in amongst some actually good albums. Now, I'm not really a U2 fan, I've got to be honest. I like the early U2 stuff. That was more to my taste, but I felt as though as the years went on, it just, I don't know, it kind of went into too much of the pop scene for me. I'm more of a Metallica fan and Prodigy and things like that. I'm sort of living in the past with those things, but those are my favourite sorts of bands. And, okay, I kind of looked at it, I thought, oh, well, fair enough, you know, I've got a U2 album, that's fine. But then at the same token, I thought, how scary is that? You know, how actually fucking scary is that U2 managed to be able to infiltrate every single iPhone in the world and automatically, without permission, download this album onto everybody's phone. Now, for me, like I say, you know, people will say to me, you're really unappreciative. I'm not, you know, fair enough. If they want to throw me an album, that's fine. But what if that kind of technology gets into the wrong hands? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like whenever I'm on the computer and say Java or something else wants me to download the newest version to keep my computer up to date, I literally have to give it permission. And I've got all the internet security on my computer that will sort of ban things from getting on there if I don't want them and sort of keep the nasties away. Whereas on my iPhone, obviously not. Anything's able to come in, and that's great. There you go, there's an album, please download it, and it's done. My iPhone just fucking gives up and agrees and goes, I'll just put it on there. He won't mind, he will wake up and he won't mind. And for me, I think if that kind of technology got into the wrong hands, just think of the kind of shit that you could get downloaded on your phone. Say like a virus or a hack. If the wrong organisation got their hands on that kind of technology and wanted to download some kind of hack onto your phone and feed it back to themselves and sort of acquire your information, because most people use their phones like computers now. I do myself, you know, there's things I do on my phone that I can do on my computer, such as my YouTube channel. and various other things. And if they were managed to, you know, be able to infiltrate that kind of, I suppose, information, then just think of the damage they could do to people, emptying bank accounts and such things like that, or basically just corrupting your phone until it just died and was not able to be used anymore. It's quite scary. I think that is really, really worrying. I mean, let's put it like this as well. Okay, obviously U2 have got a lot of money and they've been, you know, they've had to pay, because you've got this album for free. Don't get me wrong, nobody's had to pay for this album. It's a free, well, I'm assuming it's a free download that they've thrown, so obviously that's going to cost them some money, and I'm guessing they're probably going to get it back in advertisements with regards to saying to people, hey, you didn't listen to U2, well, you listen to U2 now, enjoy this album, and hopefully you'll come along and download some more of our stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, this is another way of thinking about it. A lot of children nowadays have iPhones, like my daughter, for instance. I've now got the iPhone 5, is it 5C or something, the most recent one? And when I got that, obviously I had the iPhone 4S, which I thought, well, I don't really want to sell it. My daughter likes using it. She plays her games on there. She can have it. So now she's got the U2 album on her phone because I checked. So let's say for the sake of argument, and she's 6 years old, by the way, my daughter. Let's say for the sake of argument, somebody like Dr. Dre, who I love, by the way, as well. You know, that man has a lot of money. He's just sold his headphone company for something in the region of a couple of billion. Let's say Dr. Dre thought, for example, I want to download my new album on everybody's iPhone so that they can get it. It's free advertisement for me. Okay, I don't make any royalties on the actual music itself, but everybody can have a piece of this music. I find that quite concerning that somebody like my 6-year-old might be able to pick up their phone and go, wow, Dad, look, next to the Frozen song, I've got this man called Dr. Dre, and he's in collaboration with a man called Snoop Doggy Dogg. Is he a real dog, Dad? No, he's the dog father, babe. Okay, I'm just going to play this song. Oh my God, it's called Boats and Fucking Hoes. Dad, what does it mean when somebody busts a cap in somebody's fucking black ass, you know? That's just really worrying for me that people can do things like that. So there's a couple of concerns about that, and I don't understand how that kind of technology can sort of be allowed to happen. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you all a little update on that and tell you my worries about it. Jesus, that is quite scary. So if you have an iPhone, go into your music section, have a check, and there you will see The Age of Innocence by U2. And if you're a U2 fan, then please just feel free to enjoy it. But for me, I'll stick to Metallica and things a little bit more hardcore. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Battlefield 4 gameplay. Apocalypse done.